about to head up into town and go busking. A bit windy today. I always worry about the wind because my microphone stand can fall over if it gets too windy. But I just wanted to show you what they call progress. It's really sad. You probably can't hear it through the camera, but there's been this constant bang, 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 bang from sun up to sundown for the last probably couple of weeks, when what used to be a rolling green hill right in front of me, beautiful rolling green hill, which was part of the Mullaney Dairies dairy farm, is now being developed for more housing, and I've got a lot to say about that, but I'll go show you. I'll flip it around and you'll be able to see what's up ahead in the distance, and we'll go check it out. Alright, let's go for a walk. You can kind of see way in the distance up over that hill there. We'll go have a look. There it is. I don't know, the wind is probably drowning out the bang 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 noise, but it actually reverberates all around the ridges. It's quite permeating. I'll zoom in a bit. And it's going all the way down to the Obi River. That little boardwalk that I walk along to get up into town. You can see, all you can see is brown. And that banging noise is the like jackhammer sound. I assume they're drilling into the bedrock to make all those roads and flat level sites for houses. It's just heartbreaking, heartbreaking. And look at that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful volcanic rich soil that should be being used to grow food on. I mean, I know we need houses and we're in a housing crisis, but crikey. The thing that kind of breaks my heart about this is all these new houses and everything. It's not addressing the actual housing crisis for people in the lower end of the economic spectrum. You know, people like myself who are homeless and living in caravans because we can't afford even to rent a house, let alone to buy one. Yet it seems that all the government's interested in is building new houses that, you know, all these incentives for people to build these new houses that have got, like, you know, 4 or 5 bedrooms and a bloody cinema complex underneath them or something, you know. There are plenty of houses for people who've got lots of money. Plenty. That's not the problem. The problem is, you know, why isn't the government investing in things like looking into tiny homes and you know, people with big blocks of land who can't, it's actually illegal to rent out a piece of your land to somebody with a caravan or a tiny home. Why? That would solve the problem in a heartbeat, you know. I'd love somewhere to be able to park up permanently on someone's property if I had access to, you know, water, and preferably electricity would be great. I'd be prepared to pay that. I'm paying that at a showgrounds and I've got no privacy and no security and I don't feel safe half the time. I'm sorry about the wind noise. I'm trying to work out how to avoid that. Yeah, the government needs to really kind of, you know, stop making the assumption that every Australian is in a better position than they really are. And I was reading in the ABC News the other day, they're talking about how 30% of people are probably going to be spending more on their mortgages than is considered affordable within the end of the year. And I know that's already happened to a friend of mine who bought a house a couple of years ago. She can't afford the mortgage anymore because the interest rates are going up. Now she's looking at renting her house out and moving further out to the country, just for the affordability. It's going to be happening lots and lots and lots. And they said something like, they were talking about how interest rates had changed the average mortgage over the course of the last year, you know, how much it increased by. And they talked about the average mortgage in Australia, the average mortgage being $600,000. What? I was just mind boggled by that. That's average? Crazy. You know, I mean, when I was looking at possibly buying a house, I was looking at houses around $100,000, you know, out in the country. Mortgage of maybe $95,000, $90,000. That was, you know, when I could even afford that. Now that's just an impossible dream. So, you know, I have a caravan, I'm happy to live in it. But yeah, somewhere secure and semi-permanent as far as, you know, being able to get in touch with the healthcare and the community and make friends and, you know, establish connections with people. If I could have that and my caravan, that would be the ideal scenario. So anyway, more of these big ass fancy house and land packages wrecking the beautiful green hillside that made Mullaney so beautiful when I first moved here. What, 20 years ago I suppose it was. It's just, I don't know. You gotta be able to hear that bang. We'll go for a walk down there in a minute because I actually have to go busking up. Tree changes, they call them. Cashed up people that sell their houses in the city, and they're selling house and land packages out here now for these new developments. I think it was something like 960,000 or something crazy. Man, I just can't even conceive of that. You know, I'm surviving on $500 a week and I think I'm doing okay, you know. I feel like I have everything I really need. Sometimes it's a bit tough. Obviously busking has helped. But I'm just imagining, what kind of income would you be on to be servicing a mortgage of that size? Do they pay that much in jobs these days? Crikey, even when I ran my own business, I never made that much money. Oh, I don't know the world we're living in. It's weird, but I'm happy. I don't owe anybody anything. I don't own much, but I don't owe anything, so that's a bonus. Yeah, and I'm really, you know, quite happy with my truck and my caravan and my very small life. Alright, we're just coming up to the part where the construction is happening. I'm going to try and video it while hauling my trolley and leading my dog at the same time, but you'll probably hear the really loud bang. And if you can see on the other side of the river there, all the brown dirt where they're constructing things. Come on, Pixie. Good girl. Let's see if we can get a good view of this. Yeah. Look at that. Look at all the rocks, bulldozers. Yep. Ah, the serenity. Far out. So sad. I wonder what the little platypuses who live in this river think of all this. And what is going on? Tragedy. Tragedy. Kind of has changed the relaxing vibe of the walkway into town, which is supposed to be a rainforest walk. My goodness. And like I said, listen to that. That's been going from like, I don't know, 7 or 8 in the morning till 3 in the afternoon every day for the last couple of weeks. It's doing my head in, I've got to be honest with you. Oh, poor little rainforest. Getting skinnier and skinnier. And you can hear that sound all the way into town because, you know, Mullaney is built up on ridges of a mountaintop, and things echo, so you get not just that initial bang bang bang, but then you get it reverberating off all the hills as well. It's permeating the whole hilltop. What the hell? Oh well. Can't stop progress, as they said in Muriel's wedding. There's me quoting Aussie quirky films. The Serenity, that's from The Castle. Can't Stop Progress, it's from Muriel's Wedding. Both classic quirky Aussie flicks. If you haven't seen them, you should check them out because they're a good laugh. Well, that's my rant of the day. I don't know, I get really upset about stuff like that. Like when they widened Steve Irwin Way between like here and on the way to Caloundra. This was years ago when I lived here. And they just ploughed through the forest on each side of the road to make the road wider, and it broke my heart. I actually cried. It's a bit hard to see through the trees, but that's kind of what the whole hill looks like now. And soon it'll be full of houses all on top of each other. Probably in 50 shades of grey, like they seem to be these days. Anyway, I'm going to go up the hill now, so I'm going to need both hands for this. Up at my usual spot and about to do some busking. Thank you.
Thank you.